Enjoy yourselves. Okay, so first up to the mic, the mad Irishman himself. It is Dónall Dempsey. Give it up for him.
Go. Thank you, Joe. Right, okay. Hello, this is a delightful little ditty called Autopsy. You made the opening incision with almost clinical precision. Took the heart out, found it wanting. Took the top off the head, removed the mind. What exactly was it you expected to find? I looked at you with sad eyes that said it wouldn't have hurt half as much if you'd only waited till I was dead. Thank you. This is called Apple of My Eye. Although I loved you more and more, you were rotten to the core. I don't love you anymore. Thank you. This is a haiku called Old Dog, New Tricks. It was my daughter's third year being herself on this earth, and we had all our peers around and they were going absolutely bananas, and I thought I'll have to go into that room and find out what they were up to, and the noise was terrible, and then the noise just cut and the silence was terrible, and just as I got up to go into the room to see what was happening, they all burst into the room and they basically said this haiku. It's called Old Dog, New Tricks. The dog is in the loo. We was teaching him to pee and he just fell in. Thank you. This is called How It Scale Ich Singen. Sing me from shaft. What shall I sing? Sing me creation. And she sang to him and she sang of him. She sang of the love she had created for them. She used birds for words and the rain that had fallen. She used flowers and tears and interwove them. She used sighs and hours and the loneliness within them. She used moonlight and pain and what remained when she was far from him. She sang of a love that had dreamed of being and hadn't yet awoken. She sang of herself and called to him. And she sang of him and she sang to them. She sang of the love that belonged to them. She sealed it with tears and the fears of her heart breaking. She sang him creation. Thank you. A new book called Being Dragged Across the Carpet by the Cat, as usually happens to me. For my festival, it starts next week in the county of Cork in the land of Ire, and that's where we're heading. International Poetry Festival there. So the book is for there. This is a poem called Me Mam's Mind. If you fall off that wall and break both your legs, don't come running to me. Could never understand me mam's mind and how it worked. One moment she'd half smile to come up there and get me off that wall. Then she was in two minds about whether to tell me to stop. Go ahead and kill yourself. See if I care. I'm warning you, child. If you fall off that wall and kill yourself, I'll personally come up there and murder you myself, so I will. I used to watch the words climbing out of her mouth and fly around the room looking for a place to land in my mind. Never cared whether she gave out. I just loved everything she said, the music of how she made the words behave. I came down and kissed her worry away. I'm sorry, ma'am, I told her. And she cried. Thank you. Oh, I'm filling the chair. Sticking with my mum, I had 7 sisters. I grew up in a household of 7 sisters. It was the era of frilly knickers, sort of tennis knickers. My mother used to iron all my 7 sisters' knickers. It was about a pile this high, and it used to take her ages. In the saga of the frilly knickers, my sister Deirdre had 300 knickers. Probably 300 days in a week, I don't know. And she would know if one knickers was missing. And she'd come home, open her knicker drawer and go, right, who has them? Who's my pink knickers? And one horrible time, she actually went down to the Curragh Picture House, and my sister Finola had a date with a soldier, and she said, get them off you! Get my knickers off you now! And for her, she had to take them off and hand them over. So I was so glad not to be a sister. I'm sure my mum would have been glad if it was just boys, but it's called My Mother's Hands. My mother's hands washing potatoes, washing kids, washing pans. My mother's hands on bitterly cold days, pegging yet more washing on a pregnant line. The line grown nothing but nappies, her hands blind with the cold. My mother's hands ironing clothes, ironing countless knickers for my 7 sisters. My mother's hands taking my hands in hers, such love, such laughter. My mother's hands patting talcum powder on another baby's bum. Mum being mum. Me kissing my mother's hands for all they've done. Same with my mum, this is called Between the Space. My mother wouldn't let me have a pet, so I was desperate to have a pet. This is the story of my one known pet as a boy. I had to wait till I was a man of about 40 to get my first Yorkie. But back when I was 7, so this is called Between the Space. When I was small, I wanted a pet. My mother didn't like pets. It followed me home. Can I keep it? Can I? Can I? Didn't work. And I'd invariably have to return the kidnapped cat to the house I had borrowed him from. Between the space where my mother wrung screaming wet clothes through rollers, and out the other side to quiet flatness and the coal bunker where a briquette wire spat at me, almost nearly blinded my left eye, I captured a cabbage white hiding amongst the coal. Emptying the strawberry jam with the gollywog on, I gave her a world of glass where she danced to the sunlight's mad music. Neither she nor I, understanding the nature of glass, our dancing grew frantic, my love stifling. I not knowing all things must breed, the dancing died to a sudden stop. Being an impressionable child, and after only seeing a life safety film, I dived through the panic and swam madly against the guilt. Took her gently into my trembling fingers, her dusty colour taking my fingerprints. I tried to give her the kiss of life, choked with grief and swallowed her. Terror in my mind, butterfly in my tummy, and fear running blind and crazy that I could not give her dancing back again. I said nothing for years about the incident until I could explain myself to myself, and myself understood. Thank you. This is called Crazy Canary Yellow. I had a very good relationship with my mum. We used to play a lot with each other and act a fool and mess around. And she would say to me, Dónall, son, can you put all those boxes up in the attic? Or she'd say, can you put everything in the hall up in the attic? And I'd say, yeah, sure, Mum. And I put all the boxes up in the attic. Then I'd get the bicycle that was in the hall, I put the bicycle up in the attic. Then the 20 bottles of milk in the milk crate up in the attic. Then I rolled up the lino, put that up in the attic. Then I pulled the ladder after me, and I put myself up in the attic, and then I called her and said it's all done. And that's how we used to mess around. So this is called Crazy Canary Yellow. I was in Portobello Market, and I got a lovely pair of yellow Versace jeans. And I thought, whoa, this is it. My mother, like the pet, didn't care for them either. Crazy Canary Yellow. Bright, skin tight, a crazy canary yellow. Jeans, my pride and joy, my first Versace. Took a lot of balls to wear them, but then I got them. My mother hated with a vengeance, them. Hated to pieces, them. Until one morning early up at the crow of the cock, I cut them myself to pieces. Snick, snack, snigger the scissors, good for a laugh. Threw the shreds of the treads up upon the roof. Let an hour or so passed, and then discovering my own, the devil's handiwork, accused her of the dastardly deed. Who else, I said, wanted the jeans dead? Who hated them with such a passion to do such a thing? Maybe she thought I did it in my God forgive me sleep. Although I know I didn't do it, it's what I would have wanted done. After hours struggling like a worm, I let her off the hook. Confessed that it was I that done them the jeans in. She annoyed at the spoof that took her in, but delighted at the demise of those damned things. The hearty laugh of then, the feeble smile of now, as she here in this hospital tries not to die. Thank you. Sure. Happy.
We might have sound.
Sound?
Yeah. Come back, Dónall! Come back!
You're the runner. Salakadoola, minchkaboola, bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Woo, 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 woo.
Harry, I turned that one down. I turned that one down on the...
Don't touch the tech.
I am a tech.
Right, the book is called Being Dragged Across the Carpet by the Cat. As you can see, thought I'd better read that just to explain how it come about. My friend Fran, about a week before she died, she bought a little kitten. And I was about to scatter her... I'll let the poem do the talk. It's called Being Dragged Across the Carpet by the Cat. You fall on the floor. Carefully I brush you up. Return to your urn. You sit upon the mantelpiece, gazing at the setting sun. I had a friend and she had a rather lousy love life. And she said, I can't express it, can you write it for me? And she was a musician and she said, I'll put the words to it. So these are 2 lyrics, as you can see, without music. La la la. No, it doesn't work, does it? So she then met this really handsome guy and she buggered off to Canada. And she never wrote the music for the songs, so they stayed musicless. So if any of you want to hum along as I'm reading, or la 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 la, or snap, please do so. First one is called Withered Heart. Spring hung a left turn and got hopelessly lost. Buds blossoming into frost. Kinda hurts when you've nowhere to turn. But hey, you learn. Left with nothing but a withered heart. Spring gambled and lost, got cleaned out by winter and old Jack Frost. Spring got unlucky, that's all, had to pay the cost, left with nothing but a withered heart. Spring got sidetracked and left upon the shelf. What happened, couldn't be helped. Delicate china, broken delf, no use crying over milk that is spilt, left with nothing but a withered heart. Your name on a window written in frost, a last letter lost in the post, useless words written with tears, left with nothing but a withered heart. Left with nothing but a withered heart. The other lyric is a country and western lyric, so you want to get your hee-haws out and do this one for me? It's called The Dish Ran Away with the Spoon. You're just a little bitty dog with a great big old bone. Can't take it with you, can't leave it alone. The moon is ticking backwards, the clock don't know why. Stars are just tears that the night has to cry. The neon dances in the puddles in the streets. Heartbreak echoes in the empty passing feet. You think your life's a musical, but it's more film noir. You look at a map that says you are here, but you don't know where you are. The sun came in the window, your love walked out the door. I always adored country and western, but I'd never lived it before. You're just a little bitty dog with a great big old bone. You can't take it with you. Leave it alone.
Woo! Woo!
I was teaching up in Leytonstone and I was teaching a bottom set, and the bottom set were at the top of a very tall building. After I'd managed to struggle with all this weight up to the top, I entered the room, I had a big black coat on, the long hair. I burst into the room and I said, is this class 3C? And there's all these tiny little munchkins, even smaller than you think small kids would be at that age. And they all went, "Aah!" And they were terrified. And I said, what did you do last? And they said, we don't know. What are you doing now? We don't know. Would you like to write a poem with me? We don't know. But they ended up writing Catastrophe with me. So this is me and class 3C. Catastrophe. The cat peed in my dad's hat. My dad wasn't particularly happy with that. He shouted, oi, no, oh, stop. Scat, cat. The cat answered back, me? How? Meow. Spit, hiss. My dad said, that's that. That cat has got to go. We said, no. The cat said, exactly. When you gotta go, you gotta go. My dad said, it's either that cat or me. We still have the cat, now that Dad's gone. We still miss Daddy sometimes, but mostly we laugh with the cat. Thank you. Same school, up in Leytonstone. When you're a supply teacher, you come in and they want to know, are you married? What's your wife's name? How many kids have you got? What's your kids' names? Blah, 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 blah. And then as they go out to tell the next crew coming in, he's Irish. And funny enough, they didn't say Jamaican wife. They said, and he's got a wife who isn't white. And I thought, what a strange way of saying that. And they all came in. And at the end of that class, there was a little girl and she was crying. And I said, what's the matter, love? And she said, it's the skin thing. And I said, the skin thing. And she said, yeah, they'll come to my parties, my birthday parties, my sleepovers, but because I'm black, they won't actually sit beside me in school. So I wrote a thing called the skin thing. My Jamaican wife, I got off the tube with her at Brixton, and there was a nice Rasta guy singing, one love, one heart, let's get together and be all right. Everybody sing. And then he saw me, good man. Then he saw me, and he spat at me, and he didn't talk to me, he talked to my wife. That's what the poem will tell you. And then I was up in Cannon Town, and we came out of Cannon Town, and this great big bloke came and spat at me, and he spat in my eye. And I thought, the next person who spits in my eye, I'm not a violent man. So I wrote the skin thing. Again, it's a kid's poem. Hey sister, your kind not good enough for you. Watch it, mate. Couldn't get a white bird to look at you. Aye. Some people think it's all so black and white. I think that can't be right. Tell me, what colour is love? Tell me, what colour is a soul? Tell me, what colour is a right? What colour is a wrong? Tell me, what is skin? I'll tell you, it's just the thing to wrap a human being in. Thank you. This is a poem in Irish. Any Irish speakers in the desk chairs? Oh, I'll have to translate as I go along. All right. It's half in Irish, and then it breaks into English as we go along. My wife and I were long to have a baby. And although we practiced and practiced, no baby was materialized. But it was great fun practicing. And we went for millions of the tested tests until we only had one test left. This is probably too much information. To see whether the fallopian tubes were clear. I know. There's a gentleman over there going, oh my God. Wow. But that kept getting cancelled. And it got cancelled for 6 months. And we waited and waited. We kept on trying, of course. And then we went for the next one and it was cancelled again. So we're about 1.5 years of cancered fallopian test tube clear. And then we fell pregnant without even trying. Don't know how that happened. So my wife was Finnish. I used to sleep down by her belly and I used to sing all the Irish songs that I knew or didn't know. And I used to take all the broken Irish and sew it together into some sort of lullaby. So this is what this is. It's called Oscailga in Irish. Dún the Sula, close your eyes. Cuddle galaw my grossive, sleep until day, my gentle love. Cuddle gasov, sleep peacefully, peacefully. I roic an galaksha is rocky gun green shafi. This moon will rise, this sun will set. Aragus groi goni, care and love always. Gok iha is gok law is gok iha. Every night, every day, every night. Ma plurine, ma murine, my storine, my little flower, my little treasure, my little darling, Akanish, but now, cuddle gasov gasiv, sleep peacefully, gently, gafonyon lay, until the break of day, the misha or the tave, with me at your side. Losing our baby late into the night, holding this little thing that only attempted to be human. Unable to let go, I clasped the fetus tightly in my hand and buried it in the dawn of our local park under a recently planted red rose bush. In my grief, flower and baby became one, and night after night I climbed over high railings and even higher stars to talk to her in the dark in Irish, or sang my love is like a red, red rose, or cry. Almost got arrested one night by an Irish cop, drawn to the sound of Irish emerging from darkness. Guess he let me go because it wouldn't look good on a charge sheet. The defendant was talking and crying to a flower in Irish. Éist, listen. Dinna igen ekina. Someone is crying in a Durakasan, in his darkness. Phil Aruno is na imiun. Philaram akushla sto. Agus chifik tu anglor. My ilanta. Thank you.